So we have a little bit to talk about. So OpenAI is burning money as usual, and a lot of tech is getting caught in the crossfire here as as people recognize how exposed at large the tech sector is. And because tech is like the biggest sector, right? Because tech is the biggest sector, um, we are seeing I mean, we're seeing the results right here, right? You're seeing a massive sell-off as news comes out that they maybe the trust was misplaced with them. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed except for everybody who hangs out in these streams? So, what's first? Well, I think first of all, we're going to go ahead and not only are we going to draw out our liquidity levels, but we're also going to go over why we care about them and why we care about them. Uh, why like not only how to draw them out, but what they mean, so that way you can draw them out yourselves. All right. So what we're trying to do here with this volume profile is we are trying to capture the points where there is a big change in liquidity. Now, the reason we want to capture these points of big changes in liquidity is because they act as magnets, right? Market makers and institutions, right? Hedge funds, doesn't matter who, they need liquidity in order to operate. So it would only make sense if they're trying to enter and exit large positions that they do so in the more liquid areas, right? I mean, intuitively, if these guys have to exit a 200 million share position or thousands of contracts, well, they need liquidity in order to do it. So we track liquidity and we track it on multiple different time frames because institutions operate on not only short time frames, but for the most part, honestly, they operate on much larger time frames than most retail traders. Right? You might see that their positions get trimmed and added to on short time frames, but generally, these guys are holding a lot longer, right? Especially when it comes to equities, but futures as well, right? Futures as well. A lot of times they're holding and picking um, kind of like a longer term plan over the shorter term one. So that's why we give a shit, right? Because these areas of liquidity, they have to come here. It's natural for markets to gravitate towards these areas where you can see a big change. So this is why we draw out our lines. And again, what we're looking for here is like a big change. So here we could say that there's a big change because this whole candle right here, there's virtually nothing on it. Like this was no volume. Most of the volume came in right here at the top, and when we came back and retested, and at the very, very bottom in order to launch it. But in the middle, there's almost nothing. So what we can expect is if we ended up coming down here and we ended up dropping a little bit below this liquidity level, then we can expect that we would probably come down to this value area high relatively quickly, right? Now, the reason that I decided to choose this particular area of time for the volume profile is because this is going to encapsulate all of this consolidation, the dip down, and this big move up. And we can see that this was the right time frame. You can see how important all of this consolidation was, because look what happens, right? It starts rising up. It hits resistance at the same level it had hit resistance, right? Several times. It drops down, have a big gap down, right to the point of control, and then we launch off the point of control. So clearly, all of this price action still means something. It still meant something as of as of Monday, April 13th. It's the 28th now. Does it still mean something? Yes. Because the people that accumulated all right here and down here and right here and have been buying it here, those people are still holding it. They might be selling off a little bit now, but largely these positions are probably still intact. Because again, institutions work on much higher time frames than retail investors and retail traders, especially retail like traders that are using prop firms, right? I mean, we're not holding super long when we're doing this. So, it's really, really interesting. Yeah. OpenAI is just burning everything today. So, we'll see if this sell-off deepens or if we can get a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of reprieve. It looks like we're getting a small bounce, but I don't know that I'm gonna say, oh, hey, by the way, we're gonna come back up to break even today. Like that, it seems a little unlikely. So, take that for what it is. All right, well, we have that done on the daily. What we like to do here is next we go to the 4-hour. We are just going to take a peek, make sure everything makes sense. Okay, cool. Big change in liquidity. Big change, big change, big change, big change. You got a nice little base right here. That's a nice little base. You got the point of control, same spot, roughly. Got this liquidity level here. I'm not going to bother marking down all the way to 24,200 because that seems really unlikely that we just go there super quick, right? Like that's normally a multi-day move and a super obvious change of trend, of course. Check the 1-hour. I'm sure everything's fine there. And we've got this guy right up here. We got that guy. He's important. What's up, Dennis? Is Dennis in the chat? What's up, Dennis?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we got all that marked out. And now what we want to do is we want to take a closer look at the more recent ones, right? So these are like our macro kind of levels, right? These are the higher time frame liquidity levels. What about the short time frame? Yeah, we're gonna get to it. You fucking wait, guys. Jeez. So impatient. It's unbecoming. Let's say the 28th. So let's go back to the beginning of Monday. And let's see what's happened here. Okay, so most of this volume was all up here. This has actually been selling off on relatively small volume. Right? New York Open hasn't hit yet. So the volume hasn't really been turned on. Once that volume gets turned on at New York Open, that's where we're going to start to see like a big churn, You're going to see shares just, well, I guess in this case, contracts just fucking flying. But right now, volume is pretty low, right? That's standard for pre-market. So there's nothing concerning there. The more concerning thing is this big fucking precipitous drop, right? I mean, that's the 1.4% is pretty big. 1.4% is pretty big. So yeah, tech is just overall bleeding. That's the reason that you're seeing NASDAQ bleed. Like if we go to, I'll show you Oracle. So Oracle is very notably like heavily invested. Okay, they're heavily invested in OpenAI. Look at that, tanking. Ended the day at almost 173 yesterday, sitting at 160.45. Okay, even NVIDIA is caught up in this shit. Because what you have to understand is what NVIDIA does is they take part of their revenue, right, and part of their profits, and they invest it into their customers. Are you following? I know that sounds crazy. So they invested into their customers. And part of the stipulation of that investment is that their customers only buy from them. Yes. And if this sounds like a big fucking circle jerk, you're correct, because that's exactly what it is. Okay? That is precisely what it is. So NVIDIA's caught up in this shit too, right? NVIDIA's caught up in this shit too. And this is the biggest company in the world. Literally, like every tech company right now is getting hit by this. But you know who was really smart and didn't jump in, right? Who actually, when they had a change in management, this manager team or this management team decided to say, you know what, we're going to cancel the deal that we were going to have with OpenAI. Like, we're cutting it completely, and we're not going to invest in them. Right? The old CEO wanted to invest in them, and this new CEO and the new board members were like, no, we're not going to do that. And look at that. Because they didn't do that, they're not fucking tanking. Isn't that so crazy? What can happen when you just decide to not hand your money to the most irresponsible people on Wall Street? So this is kind of the reason that if you've been in this stream for a while, right? You've been in our community and you've been watching these videos. This is the reason that I've been talking so much about private credit, is because private credit is really, really stuck with OpenAI. So, like, just all of this together is creating an interesting little situation. Do I think that this sell-off extends? I mean, it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. I don't have a crystal ball. Ooh.
Yet.
I don't have a crystal ball yet. Just wait. We're going to get one. I'm going to get it sponsored by, I don't know, say OpenAI. They'll burn money on anything. They might as well buy me a fucking crystal ball before someone better just comes and takes them out. But it can, right? It largely depends on how all the mega caps do, right? Because on Wednesday we have Wednesday after hours specifically, we have Meta, Amazon, Apple, and there's definitely another. I think there's 4 on that day. Yeah, Meta, Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft, maybe? I have to double check. Yeah. Yeah. So they're, things could get better, and they could get a whole hell of a lot worse. And it rests entirely on the shoulders of the largest companies in the world right now. They have the whole world in their hands. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Robinhood earnings is today, so that is one that I'm going to be watching. Coca-Cola also reported today, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Coca-Cola did great, up 3.1%, coming right back up to the top of that range. And when that dividend gets paid out, it's likely going to dip. And if you've been wanting to get into Coca-Cola, right, like, that is the time to do it. You get in on the dip. But these guys ended up fucking beating on revenue. They beat it on, or they beat on revenue. They beat on earnings per share, right? They've been selling more volume. So literally every metric that you want to see, Coca-Cola crushed it again. If only we could have known that Coca-Cola was an amazing company. Oh wait, we did. It's a phenomenal company, right? Phenomenal company. It's very well run. So if you wanted to pick something up for like a longer term hold, pick some up in your retirement account, right? Like, this is probably kind of the time to do it. It just literally, that's something that you hold for 20 or 30 years and you fuck off and you forget that you own. Like, that is the way that you want to play Coca-Cola, is that you don't trade it. You just hold it. We got a nice little bounce here. That's interesting. It's interesting if nothing else. All right, we're starting to see this volume profile down here develop a little bit more. And if it looks like I have a ton of blinds, yes, I have a ton of blinds. And they seem close, but they're really not. They're really not. Except for these. These two are right fucking on each other. That's only a $10 difference. But aside from those, they're not close. All right, now that we're done with the 15 minutes, let's move on to the 1 minute. Now for the 1 minute, what I like to do, just pull this over, is I like to go from the very beginning of the day, right? That's midnight for me. That captures part of London session and like the very back end of London. And then it captures, New York pre-market. So I feel like that's a good spot to see where a lot of the positioning is already occurring for the day. And you'd be surprised at how often these levels really end up coming into play, and how often they end up being super important, right? Like going forward. A 1 month free Discord membership. Well, there is the free program, right? Like the Discord is free. It's just that if you want all the features, then it's going to cost. There's a price to that. Maybe if people show enough interest, I could put out a little code for the first month, little discount code. We'll see. We'll see if people are interested in that. If I get enough people asking me, then I can do it. But if not, then I can't. Yeah, the OpenAI woes are really, really a big deal. Really are a big deal. All right, well, I think we have the most important ones mapped out here.
You forgot a few more than most of the important ones.
Yeah. Correct.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah, but then when we zoom in, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't trade chain. Just go on demo.
Yeah, go on demo is not bad if you're already having a bad day. No, I haven't entered anything yet. I haven't entered anything yet. Yeah, we're just kind of sitting and waiting right now. It's a little bit of a waiting game. I want to see how pre-market pans out, and what I also really want to see is how the market reacts on some of the bigger names that are invested in OpenAI, and see if they kind of start to come back up a little bit. Like we'll see what happens. I could have swore that Robinhood was supposed to be reporting pre-market. Am I fucking tripping?
Or they just said fuck that.
What was that?
Or they just said fuck that. I'm not gonna report. You don't get shit.
No, they're not going to do that. They have to. What do they look like? Riley? Oh, no, it's after close. Okay. Okay. Well, UPS reported today too. I wonder how they did. And you know, if you guys are wondering why we as futures traders give a fuck about these specific assets, right? Then it's really just because like the the indices, right? The market is made up of a bunch of specific assets. Like that. That's what it is. It's a bunch of individual equities thrown together into a big pile, right? Into a big index. So, it is what it is. Like they are important. The indices move the stocks move the indices. It's all a big circle, right? Everything feeds back into itself and into each other. Seeing a little bit of resistance come out. I just saw 13 flash on the ask right about here at like 135 or 134.50. Ask is just being added to. Yeah. We might have a little double top right around this area. I mean, it can definitely go up to like this 15, but that's where we would want to check and see if there's going to be like resistance again. And for the time being, this liquidity level here, which is 26,988 on the CFD chart, that is going to be considered support for the time being. That is going to be considered support. Yeah. NVIDIA selling off even further. Oracle continuing to sell off. Bitcoin selling off. Fucking everything is selling off right now. That's gross. That's gross. Well, we're gonna see what happens here. I mean, it's certainly an interesting day.
I would personally find it quite funny if we just return to like 0 difference on the day before market opens.
I
And
don't
just straight up consolidate again.
Oh, you mean consolidate from here?
Nah. Just like
Go back to like the top of the candle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not happening. In pre-market, yeah, that's not happening. It's probably not happening during open either, to be honest with you.
Never say never.
I never said never. All that I said was probably not, right? Because we like to operate in probably nots, in probablys and probably nots. What is likely versus what is unlikely? Because anything is possible. I've seen the shittiest of shitcodes pump like fucking crazy. Anything is possible.
I might cast a Trump tweet.
Yeah, literally. Literally. Just watching this order book move a little bit. Well, we're at a really big inflection point. We got up to this level that we were talking about could potentially be a double top. So that ended up happening actually pretty quick. It only took about 2 minutes, and now we're going to see if it ends up being resistance. And so far, it's acted as resistance. We haven't quite confirmed it yet, but we seem to be in the process of doing so, which is super, super interesting. Which is super interesting. What am I checking out? Ooh, man, Blaze has been to be honest with you, they're surprising me. Like when I jumped into Blaze, you know, early on, right? Like 2 months ago, 3 months, 2 months, something like that. When I jumped into them, I really didn't think that they actually had a really solid business in any way. I really didn't think that. That wasn't even a thought in my mind. But I have to say that I'm pleasantly surprised. And I thought that well, I mean, obviously we did see a bit of a sell-off following that the announcement of that poison pill. But it's normal to see the fund that was trying to take it over start to divest when a poison pill gets put into play, right? Added to that corporate structure. So, I'm really, again, I'm just really shocked that these guys are actually like starting to get customers and starting to scale up. Like it's not something that I had on my bingo card. It's not something that I was really even considering. Like I had no consideration for that, when I was going into this. When we were talking about it down here, like dude, it wasn't even in the conversation. It was literally, this is cheap. I bet AI pumps again. That was it. It was cheap. It's low volatility. I bet it pumps again, and I bet we can get some volatility, right? And I ended up jumping in like right around here. I took gains on calls here, right? I took gains on puts here, and then ended up buying more calls and fucking sitting and waiting on them for weeks. And then eventually we got this crazy move, right? Where I sold most of it right here. And then I was like, okay, it's gonna die down. And then we got the news that they just signed a big contract and it just fucking went even higher. So I think it's like my mind's like slowly starting to change on Blaze AI, right? Where I'm starting to see that these guys might have a little bit of a future. I mean, it's really early on, and it's really hard to say, but the contracts that they're getting, and now this new coalition that they've kind of formed with Nokia and Datacom, like that's that's pretty interesting. I can't lie. That's pretty interesting. Should have known a company with a cool ass name like Blaze would be a hit. Well, see, OpenAI isn't, or Blaze rather, isn't tied to OpenAI, right? Like they are, I guess, a little bit just in the way that OpenAI is an AI company and so is Blaze. But like aside from that, there really isn't a connection there, right? Like they're competitors. They don't do business together, right? And the money that OpenAI is burning is so much bigger than anybody else, right? OpenAI and Anthropic burn more than fucking anybody else. You look at Palantir; those guys actually have a free cash flow, right? We look at you look at Blaze AI. Well, they're not profitable yet, but they aren't burning as much as places like OpenAI. And of course, we can argue scale, right? OpenAI is a much bigger company. They service a lot more, but they still can't manage to make money, right? Where Blaze AI is kind of on the verge of starting to potentially be able to start making money. So I think that when you're comparing these two things, even though they're both AI, right? It's kind of apples and oranges, right? Like these are two very different things. They're two very different things. And yeah, I think that they're really they're positioning themselves in a really interesting way. And I think that targeting like Southeast Asia is a really smart choice for them, because it's really saturated here in the US. It's really saturated here in the US. But they're focusing on like a bunch of I guess like kind of some of the more like developing nations. And I just find them really interesting now. Again, like when I jumped in before we hit that big move, I did not think that we were going to be talking about them in a serious way. I just really didn't foresee that happening. And it's also interesting if we look at the chart, right? Just from a technical perspective, like we've been leaving gaps everywhere. Like this one still hasn't been filled. Not every gap has to get filled, contrary to popular belief. We have like these big draws on liquidity to the downside, right? It's staying above 2. That's putting a decent chunk of calls into the money. This thing is seeing like a little bit of a resurgence in volume ever since all of this started kicking off at the end of March. So, it's not looking bad. I mean, like from a technical perspective, it's really not looking bad. They still have a lot to prove, right? They still have a fucking hell of a lot to prove, but they're on the right track, it seems. They're on the right track, it seems. Okay. Well, we didn't get our double top right here, but that's okay because we got it right above, right? That's kind of what we were waiting on and expecting. There just wasn't enough buying pressure, enough volume. Yeah, and Barry, that totally would have been right. That totally would have been right. Yeah, Dennis coming out with the fucking hot ones today, bro. And if you guys are missing chat for everybody watching on Twitch and YouTube, that is I'm watching our Discord chat, and there's a little shit talking going on between people, right? Everyone's betting, oh, which way is it gonna go? Which way is it gonna go? Well, it's already gone down, but it can definitely go a lot further.
Oh, we making bets now?
I never said that I was going to make a bet, but I said that it can. Betting. Oh yeah, people are, not me. Right? I'm just going to wait and watch what happens, and we'll trade that. Barry says down. Barry says down. Barry likes to go down. I mean, sorry, Barry said it's going to go down. Too funny. All right, we're going to sit here and we're going to watch and see if we get a little bit of a reaction right off here. Come down a little bit lower. The shelf is down here. Futures are already leading it lower. Give it a sec. It's funny because when you're talking about like the difference between CFDs and futures, right? Futures are speculating on what the price is going to be like at the next future expiry, right? So in this case, I think the next one is June. So you're speculating on what that price will be. With the CFDs, that's kind of like what it is right now. And it's funny because usually they're pretty like there's a little bit of a difference, but they generally move together, right? And right now they are moving together, but they're actually like kind of close, as far as like the price goes, right? I mean, we're talking about a fucking $35 difference. So yeah, that's definitely really interesting. It's definitely really interesting that they're kind of so close together right now. The listing ended up bouncing a little bit early. If futures are any indicator of what's going to happen, then we're seeing some sell walls pop up. I have my order book that I'm sharing for our Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, then join up, right? Because that's where I'm able to share a little bit more in-depth stuff. Yeah, we definitely have some fucking crazy stuff going on today. Definitely have some crazy stuff. Very excited for Robinhood earnings tonight. I really think that they're going to smash it, and super cool, super cool. So my buddy turned me on to this other company that I've kind of been looking into. Right now, this is like this is a shitco. Okay, this is a shitco. It's a tiny market cap, 43 million. But what I will say is that these guys, number one, options are enabled, and they're not really heavily traded, right? Like not only are the shares not heavily traded, but the options are even less so heavily traded, right? They're super liquid. And it's interesting because what these guys do is they make semiconductors for China, right? So right now, China is kind of like cut off from a lot of the big firms that do that. You can see this thing is just always on a wild ride, man. Like it's literally just squeeze, consolidate, reverse split here, squeeze, come back down, consolidate. Like this is like the scammiest price action in the fucking world. And they've only had one reverse split. Like there's only been one. What did these guys IPO at? They IPO'd at $75, ran up as high as 140, and are trading at 2. Like this is literally the definition of like your shitty China stock. But with that being said, they do kind of find themselves in an interesting situation where China can't really buy, like again, semiconductors and graphics cards from the US, right? Like they're limited. They can't really buy it from like Nvidia, right? Like there's some exemptions where they can buy some of them, but they can't do all of it. And the biggest company in China that does it, which is Huawei, right? Those guys are privately owned, so you can't even buy them. So this is like a really interesting, again, a really interesting little situation, and I'm gonna kind of watch it. And I'm gonna see what happens here. If I start to see this kind of turn up a little bit, then maybe a little upward momentum, I might buy a little bit as a small speculative position, but it's sitting at like fucking all-time lows. Like it's been a loser so far. And the financials are not great. So this would be like a speculative, almost like a meme play, to be honest with you. Like it's It's super, super speculative. That company's kind of garbage. It's kind of garbage. But sometimes that garbage can pump, man. Sometimes that garbage can pump. It happens all the time. All right. Let's go ahead. I want to check out oil. What the fuck is this guy pinging me? Paper trade looking good for you? Okay. There you go. Well, oil's sitting a little bit over 100 a barrel. It's funny. I was talking to some people on a podcast last week, and my buddy was like, "Oh well, one of the guys on there was talking about how, he's like, am I the only one bearish on oil?" And the three of us were like, "Yeah." Right. The other three people on the podcast were like, "Yeah, you're the only one that's bearish on oil." And here it goes. Like, the funny thing is that like when we're looking at like this conflict in the Middle East, right? People don't give a fuck about it until it becomes impossible to ignore. And that's kind of the trend that I'm seeing, right? Is that they don't give a shit until it is so obvious that you literally cannot pretend it doesn't happen. You can't bury your head in the sand when not enough oil is coming in. Like it's just not something you can ignore. Doesn't matter if you're on Wall Street, doesn't matter if you're on Main Street and you're just fucking driving to work. That price of oil is going to affect everything from the price of gas at the pump, right? The price of groceries, the price of fucking everything is like intrinsically tied into oil and oil production. I mean, hell, even plastic, right, which is used as packaging for most of the U.S. Like we use a lot of plastic here. That's a byproduct of oil refinement. So as you're refining oil, right, you end up making this thing, plastic, and that's kind of the reason that we use plastic packaging so much here in the U.S. Right, is because, well, it's a byproduct of refining oil. Normally, it would be garbage. So, what's the best way to get rid of your garbage? Well, you can sell it as packaging. That's big brain. Okay, that's big brain. Very big brain. So yeah, things are certainly looking really interesting here. Kind of waiting to see what happens right here. If we could find some support where we had prior resistance, right? You can see we came up, tapped it there, we tapped it there, tapped it here, couldn't even get up there on these candles. So if we could actually find some support and we could see this level flip from, or rather this little range, right, support to resistance, like that'd be a pretty big deal. I don't know that it's going to happen, right? We're seeing a lot of bidders step in right now, actually, but we're seeing like an equal amount of sellers. So it's really hard to say who's going to win this fight, right? Like it's really hard to say who's going to win this fight. Oh, the bulls. Oh wow, dude, there was like a fucking $35 or not $35, 35 contract ask wall that just got eaten, and then it ate everything above it. That's interesting. That's interesting. We're gonna wait till New York Open though. We're gonna wait till New York Open. We're gonna be responsible. We're gonna follow our rules today. Yesterday I did not follow my rules. I in fact broke quite a few of them. So gonna do better on that today. Gonna do better on that today. Icarus, you've been so quiet. Do you have something to say?
No, I haven't been really doing much. I'm just looking at the market. I've
Yeah.
analyzed most of it like pre-market when we talked. It's the same as always. So I'm just building right now some stuff in the background.
Always the same shit.
Same shit every fucking day.
Okay. Oh, fucking Barry. Not yet, bro. We can't do that yet, okay? We'll bring you up later, all right? Before the end of the day, we can bring you up potentially, and we'll let you talk your shit for like 2 minutes, and then it'll be like, all right, that's enough. All right, now we got our nice little heat map indicator on. I am going to go and grab a little caffeine because I am fucking tired. It is early as shit here. Yo, they said we don't want Barry. Get fucked. Get fucked, Barry. Okay. Yeah, before market opens, I'm gonna go grab a little caffeine. I'm gonna wake my ass up. Uh, do my little morning routine, and I'll be back in like 4 minutes. And I'm gonna leave you in the capable hands of Icarus, and then I'll be back, and we will trade some New York Open. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Be right back. Okay, buddy. I'll be right back.
Yep. So, yo, Jim, don't worry, I'm unprofitable as well. So, don't worry at all. Alright. So, since we saw the big fall off from gold, we are all the way back now, targeting 465. That's right. We broke below 600, so we're gonna target now the 465. If we do anything at all. Checking, I can't stream. It's the stage. You can just look at your own chart as you should. But there are a few things that I also would like to talk about, because there is something for tomorrow and for Thursday. Because we have some Fed and ECB. For tomorrow, the US Federal Reserve announces its rate decision. Markets are not expecting a change, but every single word out of Jerome Powell's mouth will be dissected because oil prices are surging. And that means inflation risk is back on the table. The other thing is, on Thursday, it's the ECB's turn. Europe is in a tricky spot, and growth is weak, especially in Germany. But inflation is rising, and the word people are using is stagflation. Rate hikes seem unlikely anyway, but the tone of the statement matters a lot right now. Then we also have a few little things. Stock which I have on the radar, which is Bayer. Bayer is down around 2% today after the US Supreme Court weighed in on its Roundup weed killer litigation. The legal overhang on the stock just got heavier. It's worth keeping an eye on if you're in the chemicals or pharma space. The other thing is we have, like Father already said, some big tech earnings. For Wednesday, we have this is like one of the biggest single day of earnings season. We got Alphabet, which is Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta all report their Q1 numbers. Apple follows later in the week. These 5 companies alone are worth more than the entire German stock market several times over. So what they say moves everything. On the AI investment front, Alphabet is pouring up to $40 billion into Anthropic, matching Amazon's commitment, and Meta is renting millions of Amazon's Graviton processors to scale its agentic AI push. The arms race is very much still on. But that's it for basically what I've been trying to talk about. The market is holding its breath at the moment between the Fed and the ECB for massive tech earnings reports and oil that won't stop climbing. The next 48 hours could genuinely set the direction for the rest of the quarter. So stay close to the news. I hope that gave you guys a little insight on what I've been eyeballing. Yeah, I'm not talking right now, but I was before. Yeah, I know they are fucking with me. And if not, they can still watch the replay on YouTube. I'm not gonna repeat everything. Yeah, I haven't been watching Poet really. The tickers that I'm currently having in my watch list is SLS, Riley, PIPD, Sing, Jemiah, Anna, Ons, SNTI, PRSAO, Emux, Uami, and Car. Those are the ones that I am watching. And SLS is not looking healthy at all.
The whole market as a whole just isn't really looking healthy, to be honest with you. Hey, good morning, Jesselyn. Morning. Yeah, the market as a whole isn't really looking healthy. We're kind of at an area where we could flip to either direction on open. My first thought, to be honest, is that it's going to go down. But realistically, I mean, this thing can bounce way up here before dropping.
Get wrecked, Barry.
Lucid's down. Oh no.
The gambler can't trade. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, we're about to open.
Full board.
We're about to open. Look at that. We haven't even opened yet. Look at that big draw on liquidity to the upside.
It's gonna be bearish.
It is going to be bearish. In fact, I might enter a small sell right here.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Unheard of.
Yeah, my first inclination is that it goes down. Sun a little more. All right, I'm out. 4 contracts, easy 289.
Already? You're kind of scared, eh?
I popped out of that super quick. It was an easy fucking scalp.
I'm still holding.
Are you?
Yeah. This shit is not over.
No, it's not. I just want to see it trace back up a little bit.
Fuck.
Entering another small sell, two micros here.
I might take profits at 939 here. Potentially.
All right, take a profits.
Yeah, I'm out here. This is good.
Cool. That was an easy 319. There we go. Look at that. You see how easy that could be? See how easy that could be?
996.
Might sell a little bit more right here. Perfect. Look at that timing. Beautiful. Look what you can do with 2 micros. All right, take a profits there. Up 419.
Holy over trading.
Fuck that, dude. No, it's coming up. I'm playing off my liquidity levels, right? It came up. I literally called it, right? Didn't I? I exited my short right here. I said I'm waiting for the trace up. It traced up. I shorted here. Okay, it was beautiful. It was fucking beautiful. We're trading more than every candle, bro. We're trading
every
like spikes in one candle. We're trading every tick in this bitch right now, okay? Like the people on Twitch and YouTube, you guys can't see my order book, right? You guys can't see my order book and my, everything. But I'm telling you. All right, small sell here.
Yeah, I might just sit back and relax. Like, I had 1 trade now. You have 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good time for me to just go to the toilet really quick.
Oh, are we reverting to the mean right now? Okay, I'm gonna get out of that. Getting a little mean reversion.
Your father, check this shit.
He definitely didn't learn taking 50 trades and fucking staying up for 28 hours straight from me, bro. What am I checking out, Icarus? What am I checking out? Oh man, this fucking thing's moving so goddamn quick. We come back up towards that point of control, I'll probably sell a little more. Yep. I'm surprised that there's any kind of buyers here, to be honest with you. I'm very shocked. I'm very shocked that there's any kind of buying pressure here. I can't fucking believe it, man. We're breaking above the point of control. I don't like that for my short. I think eventually it's going to come right back down, but you know, we'll wait. We'll wait and we'll see what happens. Because again, this area right here, right on this point of control, like this is where you can see the big moves happen to either direction, right? Like we're literally watching it fucking run up on nothing, basically right now. Like there's no real reason that it should be recovering, but it is. So we're watching it, kind of expecting the other foot to drop at some point. Right now, this is like actually really heavy buying pressure. Like bidders are showing up for fucking crazy movement. All right, I took a small long, just because we are, again, right, this is the area where we could flip super positive. We're seeing some massive, heavy fucking trading right now. Whoa, man, this volume's crazy. This volume's fucking nuts. Every time we start getting like kind of down towards my buy-in price, it seems like we're just catching a lot of bids there. We'll see how long it can last. For right now, it looks like Wall Street wants to pump this fucking thing. And that's largely because, again, right, like they're holding it. So they need to make sure that it's looking good on their books, right? Like all of them have an incentive while they're holding a bunch of long assets to see the indices go up. Obviously, that's not always the case, but today it sure seems to be, especially with us sitting right next to our all-time highs. They definitely want to keep this uptrend going because when the market is just generally going up, they're making a ton of fucking money, right? And they also need a bunch of volume and they need a bunch of people that have confidence in the market to buy from them. And what better way to inspire confidence in the market than to, well, pump the market up, right? People don't want to buy things that are going down. They want to buy things that are going up. That's why we buy where buyers are. Wow, huge orders hitting the fucking tape right now.
US 30 is such a mess.
Huge orders hitting the tape on NASDAQ.
Is that so?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah. Huge fucking orders. Buying just a little more. No, my chair's not broken. I'm just kind of leaning on it. I don't know why my chair. If my chair broke, dude, I'd fucking fall on my ass. And honestly, that would be like the funniest clip in the fucking world.
Yeah, it's my chair squeaking.
Yeah, Chris has a squeaky chair. Oh my god, dude, it's so fucking. It's like iron nails on a chalkboard. not even like fucking nails, like iron nails, bro. That you use like a hammer for.
I'm taking donations for a new chair.
Yeah, I'm still in the long.
Dennis,
Probably gonna be
you're a
exiting
liar.
in just a second though, because it's yeah. Might look to exit in a second. Because I don't really like the look of all these wicks to the upside. Still watching the order book. This thing again, dude. This thing's fucking crazy today.
Bro, Dennis, they don't even look that good.
I mean, it's always kind of crazy around this time, but today's already been a wild day. Despite not having like the craziest big swings, like it's been a crazy day. Like there's a ton of volume rolling in. There's lots of concerns here from like OpenAI and shit. I'm gonna take profits right there.
Were you at the barber? Father?
No,
No?
I do it myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I cut my own hair. I have a buzz cut, bro. It's super fucking easy.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the
Do I seem like the
little
kind of guy
thing,
that spend extra money? I fucking hate spending money. I'm cheap as shit.
the little thing on your forehead there, that looks like your hairstyle is like from the Mazda symbol.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, look up the Mazda symbol or the logo.
What thing on my forehead?
This
What,
little
this?
hair
My
nibble.
widow's peak?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I'm not going to shave it straight across like some kind of fucking asshole. My hairline's my hairline, bro. I have a beautiful hairline. Beautiful hairline.
I mean, I can't say shit.
Let's
You
say,
saw
bro.
my hairline.
Let's say my hair is thick. Okay, it's gray, but you know I have a thick, full head of hair. I entered another small long. Very, very quick, dirty trade. I'm seeing the CFDs move up. I'm just, yep, there it is. I'm just waiting for the futures to catch up. There it is. Give me a little bit. Bid me up to the moon, baby.
What?
All right, take profits there. Not looking for much, right? Just looking to take my little small trades that add up. What happens next? What happens next? Barry's sucking his own dick in chat. He's like, oh, good trade.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
Good trade. Good job. You gotta do super claps, bro. You can't do it slow. You can't just, nah, bro. It has to be like a fucking death metal drummer. Just gravity blast in his snare, man. Small long. I'm out. This is fucking.
You just
So what-
entered.
Yeah, I know.
There was like 2 seconds.
I know. That's twice. That's twice as long as I normally last. Ask my girlfriend.
Fuck.
Oh God, I love self roast, bro. If you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at anything. Okay. Everybody in chat, can we get F's in the chat for the girlfriend? Oh shit. Oh, big F's in the chat. Yeah, literally fucking 2-second trade. It's like I'm in, I'm out. Okay. You don't have to be in long, right? With these trades, you're not in for a long time. You're just in for a good time. Okay. Small long here. Because there's just heavy volume right now. So I'm looking to just like find the outliers on price and then take advantage of them. That's all I'm trying to do. Like I want to find those, spot those little tiny inefficiencies and take advantage.
Yeah.
Spot a little more.
No, I did not check. I only took the one on open, the little fancy short,
That was a
and
fancy
after
short.
that, I didn't take shit.
You shorted it right before open with me, right?
Kind of, yeah. I was a little into open, like 3 or 4 seconds. I had my
Right,
entry
exiting that long.
at 996. That was
Exited
my
that
entry.
long. Yep. Good job, Barry. Yay, Barry. Barry took profits. Yay, Barry.
Man.
Great job. Woohoo. Oh yeah, follow for the sweet haircut, bro. Don't look at the clock, look at this cock. Yes, exactly. That. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put that message up on the screen from the dentist system, following for the sweet haircut, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And everyone who is watching on YouTube and Twitch, be sure to follow and consider joining the Discord if you are not in it already.
Like, subscribe, and follow.
Yeah, literally. I never, I always thought it was kind of
Cheesy
lame
to
when
say.
people said that. It's super cheesy to say, but people really like a nice call to action. Okay, that's what it is. People like a nice call to action. Otherwise, you might watch the video and you're like, what am I supposed to do? And someone says like and subscribe. You're like, oh yeah, okay, I can do that. I'm doing my part. I'm part of the team. You got to insert male dominance when saying it. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
For that, I think we need Dennis up here with his raspy voice.
With the Trump. Nobody knew. Entering small long there. We're just breaking out and I can't ignore it. Find a little more there. Yeah, pump me into the fucking sky. That's right, Nasdaq. You fucking pump me. Oh, pump it up. Got to pump it up.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, rug pull me. I guess you rug pull me.
You got obliterated.
Not really. I'm still doing good under the day.
And now Candle of Doom pushes in. Instantly down $800.
No. No. That would have to be a fucking insane candle.
We had that. Let me just remind you.
We did have that yesterday.
I wasn't talking about yesterday. I was talking about the one time Trump said shit about like terrorists and stuff, and we just pumped
God,
instantly.
man.
$800 in not even a
Every
minute.
fucking time, dude. Every fucking time that he talks. Yeah, we got a crazy, crazy pump and dump artist in the White House right now. Nobody. They always tell me they say Donnie. Okay, they tell me they say the Donald. You're the best grifter. You're so good at the pumping and the dumping. Can't forget the dumping. Dumping in my diaper. They call me Diaper Don. Nobody knew. I really like the wicks to the downside here, to be honest with you. Like we keep coming and testing this level and finding buyers, and I feel like that's really interesting. And we find sellers right when we get up here. So let's see who ends up winning out this war. I mean, I'm still just sitting long. I'm sitting long. I'm bagged on it right now. But seeing all those wicks to the downside and us holding the point of control, like that's somewhat promising. So like we'll see what happens here. Oh, break point of control. Oh, okay. I'll just go fuck myself, I guess. Cutting that. I don't like that. I feel like we're probably about to bounce right there, but yeah, I just wanted to limit my risk. I don't know about buying here. We'll see how we react to this liquidity level because we could just drop from here as well. Like this was an area where we had a little bit of chop and then a big drop. The chop and drop. Entering small short. Shorting a little more.
Why are you shorting? We are in a fair value gap.
Fuck your fair value gap. Hey, yo, fuck your fair value gap. I don't know. We broke that liquidity level. I mean, that's really the big thing, right? Is we broke that liquidity level. We have a decent bit of selling pressure coming in overall. Heat map just split red, right? With bearish delta. Let's take profits there. We're doing lots of heavy trading today.
I haven't taken a trade since.
Yeah. But I gotta be exciting. I want it to be a nail biter.
Yo, you gotta make Dennis a moderator on Twitch.
Twitch mod. Okay. We'll have to fuck with that a little bit later, because I am not 100% sure how to do that.
So I think it's just right click on his name and promote
Yeah.
to mod.
A small buy there. I feel like the scenario where we can bounce.
Yo, Dennis, what's up?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up, buddy? Oh, shit. Oh, stop. Stop, brother. Please. This is how I sound. Wow. What's up, buddy? Nothing much. Yeah.
Kind of.
We're kind of also just watching everything fucking. It's absolute mayhem right now.
Yo, father, are you losing?
On this one, I am. Yes.
Did you just swap your trading accounts, or is it still the same you traded on the entire day?
No, it's the same one. I gave back a little bit. No, this is a prop firm. Well, I mean, it's like an actual prop firm.
Monopoly
account.
money with perks.
Yeah, it's somebody's, but it's not mine. If it was, well, see, the thing is if it was mine, then I would have backed off of those first two trades, and I literally would have just fucked off. And that's not the most exciting thing. So, this works really well for putting on a little show. All right, take profit right there. Yeah. Like if it's my money, I'm also like I'm not taking the craziest risk. Like it's going to be a little bit more boring with just mine. Right? You always act a little bit different when it's your money on the line. Always act a little bit differently.
Yeah, it's the same for me as well.
Get wrecked. Oh shit. That's the mystery. Nobody knew, and nobody knew what he sounded like. He's a shy boy. He's a shy boy. So I was watching a show. Yeah, we're definitely live. What's going on? This is me in my very masculine voice.
Holy shit, that is so spot on.
It's so good, right? That's why we've always talked about. I think Dennis does. All right, guys, we need votes. We need votes. Who's better at the Trump? Because I think it's Dennis.
Make a poll.
Nobody knew. I'm doing father doing Trump. This is an impression of someone doing an impression.
I can hear
Oh
the
my.
president. What?
That's not how he sounds.
Fuck off.
Everybody loves your haircut, but nobody knows who your papa is.
Yo, why do you know that?
I can't do the Hillary.
I
Yeah, you
said
did
my,
say
my
that.
hairline is ass. I didn't say like I'm losing hair.
Well, some people just have really
Man.
bad hairlines, though.
Yeah, take father for example, man.
Dude, my shit's beautiful, man.
Why
Dude,
are you bald?
my shit's nice.
Then why the fuck are you saying?
I've
Oh man.
I've seen Dennis. He is bald. Baldness confirmed. What? Well, yeah. I mean, if you had a bunch of hair, you wouldn't be wearing the hat, right? I mean, fuck. I love the self roast, bro. He's the comedic relief, bro. He's the comedic relief. I'm in a small long here. I'm in a very small long.
Shit. I didn't do shit.
I didn't do fucking shit.
I'm not the tech guy here. Nah.
Right?
Speaking
Volkswagen,
of which,
BMW.
I think Germany has made a photonic CPU not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is like much better than everything that Nvidia has at the moment. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, that's the real question, right? It's like, can we invest in it? Can we trade it?
Let me look up.
Can we trade it? Is it hyped? Do people know it exists? If it doesn't have a ticker, it might as well not exist to me. Oh my god, dude. This fucking thing's just running against me. What are we doing, you piece of shit? Hey, you fuck right off. OpenAI is making everyone very cautious of tech right now is what's happening. So, just like more of the usual.
So here's a short explanation.
OpenAI
A German
is fucking
startup
garbage.
called Q.Ant has rolled out this native processing unit. It is a photonic processor. It performs key neural network math using light in thin film lithium niobate waveguides instead of electrons.
Yeah, I'm still long. He said, "Are you trying to read?"
Fuck off. No, I'm not going to read anymore. I'm going to just send the explanation in chat.
He sends it in chat. It's just in German. It's like, fuck. Shut the fuck up, dude. He's such a dick. Dennis is such a dick.
I'm feeling bullied here.
And that's a lot coming from me, bro, because I'm a huge dick. Like, yeah, right? But the thing is, the thing is if the the thing is though is that if I'm laughing, everyone else is disgusted because I have a fucking dark sense of humor. Okay. No, they do. I bet they do. I bought a little more.
The bullied subject here. I'm about to short US30. Yes. I just need to see a little bit more. Also, you fucker, my fucking accent is not that heavy.
Well, it's not the effeminate German that he's doing, is what it is. Yeah. Got a face for radio too. It's okay. I've been told that my whole life.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say shit no more.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, look at that. See, it's funny because to everyone else here, dude, I'm fucking old. Both of them. I think YouTube is probably going to be the big driver, but all right, I'm taking profits there. Ein deutsches Startup namens QDAT Ant hat diese Native Processing Unit eingeführt. Es handelt sich einen photonischen Prozessor. Erfordert wichtig neuronal. Oh God, that's just a bunch of fucking letters. I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Wichtige neuronale Netzberechnungen durch, indem er Licht in Dünnschicht Lithium-Niobat-Wellenleitern anstelle der Elektronen im CMOS-Transistoren verwendet.
Yeah. See, I'm reading it and I'm right like ein deutsches Startup namens QDAT Ant hat diese Native Processing Unit eingeführt. Es handelt meine Schwanz durch Lampe. Okay. Scheißkopf. Okay. It's very important stuff we're talking about here. Yeah, well, except for Poet, dude, that fucking CFO can't keep his goddamn mouth shut. So sorry, I'm just kind of watching this. There's a breakout potentially starting in a second here. We're really close to a breakout here. We're not there yet, but we're close to it. But yeah, so for those of you that are not really paying attention to the single equities, right? To like just individual assets. Ticker Poet, it's Poet Technologies. They're a photonics company, and basically they had a big deal with Marvell, and these guys were going to provide a bunch of photonics equipment for data center infrastructure, basically, and then Poet's CFO ended up leaking things that were protected under the NDA, like right after they got the contract. So then the contract just got fucking canceled because like no one wants to do business with someone that can't keep their fucking mouth shut. And that's how you watch somebody annihilate their stock price by 50% because they couldn't keep their fucking mouth shut. Yep, that's what happened, and that's why Poet sold off so hard. So I definitely, I feel like the kind of credibility might be a little blown. Like I believe in the product, My concern has always been with their management. And with this news coming out, basically, I feel vindicated in saying that because it turns out that the management is kind of problematic. Um, like again, I really like the tech. I just I think that you have some fucking idiots in that company. And the last thing that you want is idiots running a company, right? It doesn't matter how good the company is, or how groundbreaking the tech is, right? If the management's not there, then the management's not there. The only reason that Sturg from SLS got a pass is because, of the unique situation that had kind of developed on the options chain. Fuck Sturg, dude. Yeah. Again, love the company. Okay. Love the company. Not a big fan of the management. Eric Brock is a fucking boss for sure. It was cool that we got to sit there and listen to him in like a private conversation. That was a really cool experience. Yeah, just being able to sit there and chat with him.
Barry, why would you buy here?
I bought here.
Yeah, Barry. It's gambler of trades. It's the dark side of father of trades. The unprofitable version. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Well, he
profitable.
was saying Barry, but yeah, no, Icarus is rich. Yeah, Icarus is rich. Icarus is rich. He has trillions of dollars, dude. He's actually you don't know this, but he's actually like an American trillionaire. He's the only American trillionaire, the only trillionaire in the whole world, and he just uses that fake German accent as a way to disguise his identity. It's like when Superman puts his glasses on and everyone's like, "Oh, hi, Clark." Like that's kind of how it is with him and his German accent, right? That's his
Yeah,
that's his
sure.
Superman glasses.
Sure. If I was rich, I wouldn't be in Germany at all. They're robbing me. Probably, yeah.
It's fun. I don't know that confirms he's rich. But it's funny because people are like, "Oh, well, if you have like billions of dollars, like, would you stop trading?" And I'm like, "No, I would not."
I mean, I would probably not like trade manually and just like let the bot do its thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, but well, to be honest with you, I would still be doing this because I'm the kind of weirdo that'll fucking relax by reading filings.
Yeah, that's actually weird.
I know it's weird. That's why I just said I'm the weirdo that'll do it. I bought a little more.
Oh, a filing, 8K.
Oh, fuck yeah. What a filing. Yeah, file it. Oh, God, I bet they stamped it. Oh. Sorry. Sometimes I have to laugh at my own jokes, okay? Oh God, fucking statement from a foreign issuer. $1 million of insider buying. Oh my God. They can be very tricky to read. You have to like learn a little bit of legalese to be able to understand them.
Yeah, I'm not even remotely good at that.
It is certainly an acquired skill. It's not one that you will have naturally. Like you have to put in the time and learn, the language. Good. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's because you're not on the streaming software with Icarus and I. Yeah, you're on the stage in Discord. But, well, I didn't know that you were going to be here when I set it all up. They're missing the important stuff.
By the way, I went a little short on Nasdaq.
Are you?
Yeah. From 27. Do you even know my age?
Yeah. Yeah. Today is just fucking all over the place, man. I'm looking at just like the equities in general. You know what's moving up though is LSE. But LSE is moving up a little bit. Anna's moving up a little bit too. That's interesting. I'm just still holding mine.
Because we broke structure checking.
I bought back there. I've watched it go up to like fucking 11. You come back down to right above my cost basis, and I'm just gonna hold it because I think that it's a long-term winner. So I'm comfortable holding it for long term. It's a really small position, but I think that it can pay off really big. So. Padufa. What do you talk about March 31st? I don't think it's going to need to. Like, we'll see. Entering small short here.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to need to be extended.
What'd you say, Chris?
I said I went short from 0.67.
Okay, that's about where I shorted too.
Are you getting news from Baba Yaga?
Yeah.
Damn.
Bro, everybody messages me news. I'm not sure yet. Because I'm watching the order book. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Yeah. That's a lot of how I get my news too. A lot of times, like on like small little tickers, people just message me and they're like, "Hey, I found this. What do you think of it?" And then I dig into it a little bit, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like that." Or, "Oh no, I don't like that." I feel like we're just waiting for the other foot to drop here.
Yeah.
I don't want to just like hold this short haphazardly, but
I got my stop at 87.
Whammy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in general, like rare earths and precious metals have just been fucking volatile. Like all of them. Gold, silver, fucking everything has been crazy volatile. I mean, gold's like the OG speculative instrument. It's also like, the most used historical hedge against inflation and economic downturn. Like for thousands of years, it's been used that way.
I would like to see it come down to 938. Nah, Nasdaq.
It'd be fucking beautiful if it did. The futures are leading the sell-off here.
UMAY should most likely, if anything, pump soon.
From a technical standpoint, it looks like it's going to.
Formed a triple top and is about to break out of that range.
Yeah, there's been some heavy accumulation action happening there. Oh, fuck yeah. I bought some fucking Robinhood lottery tickets for this week. No, I haven't checked yet. I'm sure they're a little bit red though. Like I guarantee they are, just because I'm looking at the Robinhood price. But it's like such a small position, right? It's a small position that has a chance to maybe be big. But I barely put anything in there because it's so risky. Like my exposure to Robinhood is for the most part more long term. Right? Like I think that in the coming months that it's gonna just run right back up into triple digits. I think that it's like 120 plus. I could realistically see Robinhood going up to 140, 160. But I'll say that my target is 120 plus. So I'm thinking 100 by July and 120 by end of year or more. That's what I'm thinking on Robinhood. And considering that it's sitting at 82 right now, like that's a pretty sizable fucking move. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with it.
Do we get it now?
I don't know. We seem to be kind of bouncing off of that. Like there's just like some big resting fucking buy order right there.
Yeah. Kind of whack.
Sometimes we have to shake a little bit before we have the liquidity to really make a big push down.
But I bet if that moves, it moves quick.
If they can break through that, if sellers can break through that big resting buy order, then this thing could flush right back down to like 27, 26. Right? 27.026. That'd be fucking huge. So you mark the top and bottom as an order block. Yeah, I mean, and that's basically what I'm saying, right? Is there's like a bullish order block right here, right? There's just a big passive buy order sitting on the book, waiting for people to come short into it. And if enough shorts can pile in all at once and push through it, then we should see a big flush happen as a result.
Holy, this battle.
Yeah, this is a fight, man. This is a fucking fight that's playing out right here. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Fire.
Oh, buyers are really fucking stepping in right here. They're trying, dude.
Why is that you didn't short, Barry? Because of that order block? Get wrecked.
I just saw sellers trying to take it over, so I was like, okay. I feel like I want to take profits here.
I'm adjusting my stop to
I'm
27
taking profits. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm trailing this, but very sharp.
Yeah, tight. Do a nice tight trailing.
Okay, I'm out, I guess. Spread just got the better of me.
Well,
So that's the second trade of the day, and also my last.
I think that I think that we're kind of good for the day. Like I don't really want to trade more of this stupid bullshit, this fucking range bound nonsense. Like to be honest, I'm kind of good off of it, you know? I'm kind of good. I don't really have a desire to sit here and fuck with it.
Nah, Max, today was actually somewhat decent.
Today was okay. It wasn't great. Today was okay. Ooh, there you go, chicken rice. Today was okay. I think that where we're going to see the really good price action this week is going to be like Wednesday after hours. So after the market closes on Wednesday, be sure that you guys are watching this shit right tomorrow. Like it is going to be mayhem between we have FOMC happening. I expect that to kind of be a little bit of a nothing burger. And I think the thing that's really going to move markets is going to be like all of the big tech earnings, right? Exactly, right. So
Yeah.
Amazon and Apple. Yeah.
Yeah, Apple is later this week.
Yeah.
No, Apple is later.
Is Apple later? I know that there's
Yeah.
4 of them that are happening on that day. 4 of
I
the
just went over it.
Yeah, and FOMC all on the same day. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's
Alphabet, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta all tomorrow on Wednesday, and Apple follows later in the week.
Yeah, that might be the case. I know that. Yeah, it'd be fucking beautiful.
Do we get the equity roundtable?
We might get that this evening. I think we will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we will probably. We just have to confirm with Blanche that he wants to do it. I mean, I guess I could do it on my own too, but we'll have to see how many people are interested in it. You know,
the last ones have been filled quite good, to be honest.
Well, the last one, like the very last one we did, was actually like kind of dead. So, like, we'll see, right? We'll see. It's a lot of effort to kind of go through and talk about all those things, you know, and I want to make sure that people are actually, again, that people are going to actually be watching it, right? If nobody's watching it, then I can just read all that shit myself. So, okay, chicken rice is interested. Chicken rice with soy sauce is interested. Very nice. Yeah, oil's fucking flying, man. That's crazy. Yeah. So is my LSE. I like my LSE here. Anna looking very good though. Agreed.
CAR is also up 5.4%.
Oh my god, guys, it's gonna go back to all-time highs. Yeah, and you'll keep fucking waiting for it. Imagine like not trading, okay, because that was valid. But imagine trying to like invest in Avis in fucking 2026. Yeah.
Damn, I just looked back. That company or the ticker existed since 1983. Fuck.
Yeah, it's and their business model is still there in 1983. Avis has been around since like the fucking 70s. So, yeah, Like it's an old company, bro. It's not like Archer Daniels Midland old, but it's fucking old, right? It's not General Mills old, but it's old. It's Dennis old though. Yeah.
Nah, he is much older. I think he's like past 60 or something.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good at math, but he's born in 1964.
Chicken, go to bed, bro.
I have
Go to
an
bed,
older
chicken.
brother and a younger brother.
Yeah, go to bed, bro. That's what you need to do is go to bed. Need sleep. Okay, so I think this is probably a good time to go ahead and in the stream because we've been going for about 2 hours now. I don't really see anything that I want to take here on the futures, so I think it's probably a good time to cut it. So thank you everybody for showing up. Great job today, and I will see all of our warriors tomorrow, and we're gonna do it again. All right, everybody.
All right.
Cheers. Thank you for showing up. We'll catch you later.
See ya.
Yep. See ya.